Hey, my lovelies, I hope you're all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this Wednesday's Facebook card reveals for you all. So, if you were drawn to card number 1, we're going into the energies of Go Within. Now, this is a really, really cool card, and sometimes the answers that we seek, we sort of project a lot to the outside world. Sometimes we want them to be given to us from an outside space. Sometimes we want almost like a reader or a therapist to be able to sort of tell us all the answers. And sometimes we do have to just surrender to the process and go in internally and listen to our heart, really listen to our own self, and almost like give space for this. Now, I find this card quite interesting because this week on our Never Cross a Witch podcast, the episode 8 that's been released and is out today is all about shadow work, and it is called Shadow Work, Loving the Demon Within. And I think this card goes quite hand in hand with that, because Go Within, sometimes people can be very fearful, they can be very scared to give themselves permission to go into that space of vulnerability. Sometimes it's easier to take orders from somebody else than to actually act upon something yourself and to actually really go into that vibration of your soul. And a lot of people are not actually in alignment with their own spirit. And I'm seeing this more and more in readings. A lot of people are actually very disconnected from the essence of who they are. And if you're feeling a little bit like that, this is a really, really important time to go in internally, to make peace with you, to find the best of who you are, because how can you expect somebody else to invest in you and to love you for you if you're not at peace internally? So Go Within, to me, is actually filling your own heart chakra with a real ray of unconditional love and unconditional energy of trust, support, recognition. It's almost like just holding space for you. And even if you don't feel like you're the best version of yourself, that's absolutely fine. But at this immediate space, you're the best you can be. And it's like being really gentle on yourself, because I think sometimes people put so much pressure on themselves to have everything figured out, to have everything right. They lose the essence of worth. They lose the essence of who they actually are. And so Go Within, this is about being kind. This is about being gentle. This is about forming a deeper bond of acceptance, of love, of respect from you to you. And once that's achieved, once that's in place, it can then ripple out externally to other areas of your life. But like I say, how can you give the best to other people if you're not giving the best to yourself? So Go Within, the answers that you seek, the answers that you need clarity around, they're all in there. They all exist, okay? So an interesting one if you've been drawn to card number 1. Now then, as we're venturing into card number 2, we're going into the energy of Speak Your Truth with Passion. This is a really important time for communication. This is a really important time to speak up for what you believe in, even if it gets you unliked, even if it gets you unfavored, even if people are hesitant to what you have to say. As long as you're not being a dick, as long as you're not being an arsehole, as long as you're not speaking in ways that causes hurt or harm to others, then absolutely this is time to speak up for what you believe in. It's time to speak your truth. Also, a lot of people I've been talking to are going through certain things where they've been held back from being allowed to speak their truth. So if communication has been restricted, or if it's been blocked by a circumstance, an experience, or maybe another individual, this could be coming in as well to really sort of actually speak your truth, to speak up for what you have to say, to be heard, to be sort of seen, to be listened to. If maybe that's been sort of underplayed, or people have just not allowed you. Sorry, I've got itchy nose. My guide is stepping in close and always makes my nose itch. So yeah, speak up, speak your truth with passion. It is a really important time to stand tall, to stand proud, to communicate what needs to be communicated, and to not fear that, you know, and to know that you're good enough to have those conversations. You're good enough to sort of put those communications out there, and the right people will love and respect you for it. And anybody that doesn't, and anybody that can't support that, they will move out of your world. So an important time for the throat chakra to be expressed in whatever way it needs to be. And finally, as we're moving into card number 3, we're going into the energies of it's time to move forward. It could be that you've been getting pulled back into a lot of repetition from the past. There could be some toxic or negative patterns or cycles that have been playing out. There could just be some very devaluing or very limiting beliefs that you've been inflicting upon yourself, and it could be a collection of all of that. But the past is done, whatever it represents, whatever, relies or whatever is in your past, good or bad, right or wrong, light and dark, and take the healings, take the teachings, take the lessons, take the beautiful memories that exist, but it's time to move forward. And moving forward might be very scary because the way to move forward might be so different from the life that you sort of had once before. So sometimes this causes fear because it's not so much about anything negative happening. It could just be that what you're accessing is such a different way of life to what you had before, and it's scary, it's unfamiliar, it's unknown. But be brave enough to give yourself permission to have the experience, to have the journey, because you might be really pleasantly surprised on the destination that it takes you to. And it's that whole thing of, if you don't try, how are you ever going to know what's achievable? It's like, I'm doing some amazing stuff at the moment with my mediumship, things that I never thought would be possible, and it scares me every time. But if I stay small, if I stay stuck in that other stuff, I'm never going to be able to kind of continue the progression. And as human beings, we are allowed to progress. And if people don't want to celebrate, if they don't want to sort of be respectful to the progressions that are happening around you, then it's a reflection of something they need to work on. It's nothing about you. So progress, move forward in the ways that serve and work best for you. So an interesting set of cards this week. I hope you can make sense of them. I'm going to leave the messages with you, and I hope they resonate a little bit. Just a couple of cheeky shouts to say that this coming Saturday, you can find me over at a new space. It's a new witchy shop opening up, run by the beautiful Bex. She is opening up, I can't say it properly because I'm dyslexic, Carpe Nocum. I want to say it's like Carpe Diem, but it's not. It's a bit different to that. It's Carpe Nocum, something like that. I probably said that completely wrong. But it's an exciting new witches emporium that's opening up in Frome Town Centre, and it is going to be open from 10 o'clock until, I think they're doing 10 o'clock till 7 on their opening night, but I'll be in there from 10 to 5. I have 3 spaces left for readings, so if you want to get booked in, I've put a link up to the Instagram page which Bex uses, so give that a like, give that a follow, drop her a message and she can get you booked in there. There's going to be some amazing stuff. There's like 7 rooms, so there's like a tattoo part, there's the reading room, there's shop area, there's all fabulousness, all fabulous stuff there. And then what else do I need to talk to you guys about? Just a reminder, Henstridge demonstration, 14th of December. We are over halfway sold out on that event now, so there's like the last 20 tickets left, I think, and then that's going to sell out. So I'm teaming up with the beautiful Amy Michelle, and this is the first time we've actually done an in-public demonstration together. And I've also got the pleasure of teaming up with the beautiful Zoe Mullings. So the 3 of us will be giving you a festive Christmas night of spirit magic. So it's going to be fantastic. So if you're in and around Henstridge, or you want to come along and support that, buy a ticket. It'll be great to see you, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll leave the energies with you. Stay well, stay safe, stay fabulous, and I will catch up very soon. Take care, much love, bye for now.